and gentlemen, welcome back to New Car Day on the channel. Today I'm collecting yet another car. I mean, I've got deja vu at this point, but today I'm collecting a new supercar, a replacement for my 488 Pista, no less. The day has finally come that I'm replacing the Pista, and I'm eager to see what you all think of it. Now, OGs on the channel will work out why I've gone for this particular car, and I've given you almost a clue already. I'm just trying to work out where I'm going. I'm off to Bristol to a supercar dealership there, and depending on the title and thumbnail, you may already know where I'm going. I haven't decided on what I'm going to call this video yet. However, this car was quite an easy choice for me. I was stuck with what to replace the Pista with. I looked at the F8 Tributo. I thought, no, it's basically the same thing, but it looks worse. And it's actually a rip-off for what it is, and I don't really want any more new Ferraris. But to be honest with you, this car was actually decided on a whim. I was on the beach. This is the most disgusting sentence of all time, I think. I was on a beach in Barbados. I'd had a few drinks, and my friend at this particular supercar dealership, Finn, he sent me some pictures of a stock car they had in this particular car. I've done some changes to it since, before collecting it, and I said, sod it. I love them. I think they're great. It's been getting amazing reviews over the past few days, particularly with Harry's Garage, Carfection, and a few online written reviews as well. Everyone's ranting and raving about this car, and for the price point, this supercar, I think, is punching well above its pay grade. So I'm really excited to get in it. I've had a version of this car before, many moons ago. This is the new version, and I'm excited. So, without further waffle then, we're going to get on with this video. It is a collection with a difference, however. We are amidst a third lockdown here in the UK, so we're doing what's called click and collect. It's not going to be a full handover. You'll notice I haven't packed the car with idiots. It is literally just me. I'm going to go and give over my retention original document, which I need to do, and basically sign for the car. The car is going to go back on a truck because I don't want to get public transport to go and get the car. I don't want to mix with anyone. I literally want to just be in my little bubble, get there, go near nobody, then come home again. So I didn't get the train there to drive it home. I'm going to send it back on a truck. I thought that was the most COVID-friendly way to do it. I am allowed to travel for work. This is a business for me. This is a job, this channel. That's why it's heavily sponsored. This is a business. This is work. This is a job. So I'm allowed to travel. And it doesn't need to be essential work. The travel just needs to be essential for the purposes of that business. So I cannot collect a Lamborghini in my front room. No more gumph needed then. Let's get on with it. Let's get to the dealership and let's get this supercar revealed to the world. Let's go. Now then, I've arrived at Rwd, Bristol, which actually are a McLaren, Bentley and Lamborghini dealership, and maybe an Aston Martin dealership as well. Actually, I don't know if they are. Yeah, maybe they are. Who knows? Anyway, I'm at Rwd, Bristol, and it is time to collect my car. I came in my Range Rover, resplendent with its new... Hey! Chaos! This is what happens. So, I'm here with my Range Rover with its new Chelsea truck company, Calm Wheels, actually. If you missed the video on that, there is a full, really exciting video on my channel about changing the wheels on my car. A whole video just about that. Unbelievable, I know. For now though, it is time to go in. My car is actually inside there. I just want to preface very quickly before I show you all. This is not a handover. This is click and collect. This is literally the same as if you went and collected a new laptop or something like that. You can't do a handover. So there's no cover. There's nothing like that, and if I did any of that stuff, I risk getting the guys here in trouble. So the doors are open. Ordinarily it would be outside, but it's literally been raining, so they just tucked it inside. But I'm not going to go in and stroll around. I need to go and sign some paperwork, but that is about it. So without further ado then, I can't believe I'm saying this, and this is the most amateurish reveal ever. Welcome to my Lamborghini Huracan Evo rear-wheel drive. Now, just stepping out here then, mask off for the time being, before we crack on with a little walk around in the car and an explanation of what the hell has just happened. This video is brought to you with BATB and a very exciting announcement that you can win a Huracan Evo just like that, alongside £50,000 in cash for less than a fiver. Not only that, but there's 2 chances to win your dream car every single week with BATB. They've now got a midweek competition as well. I'm sure many of you will be aware of that. So you can win a Huracan Evo like that. It's part of their dream car lineup, along with £50,000 in cash. But there are a host of other insane supercars with 50 grand chucked in the boot, placed nicely, I'm sure, in the boot. You're gonna be 17 or over to enter. You can enter anywhere in the world, and the link will be below in the pinned comments. It takes 5 seconds to enter, so hit that, get involved, get in the mix. Good luck, and I hope you win. But for now, let's go and have a little look around at my Huracan Evo rear-wheel drive. We might edge it forward a little bit. I'm going to get Finn here at the dealership to edge it forward. Here's vanished out of view. Oh, we've got something over there. It is an orange turd on the move. So we're going to edge it out then. It's probably going to get dotted with rain a little bit and need to be re-detailed. However, oh, and actually that's brought me onto something. This little guy is actually linked currently to my Turbo S. I'm just wearing it as a watch today, but I'm going to link my Centurion watch to this car as well. So I'm going to send it off and get it all linked up to my rear-wheel drive Evo. So this watch here actually unlocks that car. I'm sure many of you are aware of that, but I'm actually going to get linked up. I just think it suits it better with the red detailing. Anyway, let's get onto the car because that's what you're all here for. Let's crack on and get it out. Finley! Come hither, Finley. Finn. Chaos. Car is outside then. I actually had to get one of the guys in there to film that on their phone. I'm not allowed to go strolling around in there filming. It's all quite tight and restricted. However, I understand. So, here we go then. Rear-wheel drive Huracan Evo. Many of you will have seen this on the video with Harry's Garage, Carfection, and numerous other motoring journalists banging on about how good this car is and how much of a driver's car this thing is. However, I know some of you are shouting at your screens right now saying, TGE, you're not much of a driver yourself, and I totally agree. However, I think a lot of Lambos these days have got a bit of an image for kind of just like potting around, going to, you know, Sumasan Twigger and kind of filming your food with your phone light on. But I think this car is going to goad a lot of people out of Porsches and Ferraris back into Lamborghinis. The guys here certainly were saying, and various other people in the trade are saying, that they've had inquiries from customers on these that ordinarily haven't bought Lambos before. So it's a very interesting car, and it's a clever car from Lambo to bring this rear-wheel drive Huracan back, and back with a bang. So really cool car, one of the first in the country, very rare at the moment. Each dealer's only got 1 or 2. They've got a product demonstration car, where Rybrook here in Bristol have got an orange one, and this one too that came into stock. I think maybe it was going to be their demo, something like that. Anyway, this car originally came with red calipers. I detest red calipers on most things, so I actually got them to change the calipers to black. Factory level job with Rosso Mars detailing on the calipers there, matching nicely with my old button on there. Those wheels actually as well, they are not hugely expensive wheels. They are one up from base, and they actually look like Mercy wheels, so I actually really like these. I don't like the perf wheels on the Huracan rear-wheel drive. I just don't like the perf wheels on it. The perf wheels go on the perf, and these should have their own kind of set of wheels that you only really get on the rear-wheel drive or kind of on the standard Huracan. So I think these suit it a lot better than the perf ones. These are 19s, I believe. Interestingly then, I used to have a Huracan rear-wheel drive, LP580-2. It came with steel brakes. Now this actually has ceramic brakes on it. The steel brakes are wavy and slightly smaller, so you can tell the steel brakes when you see them, but I don't suspect anyone's actually going to spec it with steels because it's only about 1,800 quid, 2 grand, to option ceramics on this. I must say at this point, I didn't spec this car. I didn't spec it. It was in stock. I have tweaked it slightly. So the only tweaks I've done, as I say, the calipers, I had to get those changed, and I put some red detailing on there for a reason. We will get onto that. Other options include gloss
body coloured splitter down here. It's a Nero Noctis or something or other. There's no external carbon on it. I'm not sure how much external carbon you can really get or what the point would be. It's got the external glass panel there. I'm mooting changing those to slats. I really like slats. Although it is a little bit slatted here. I do quite like that. I'm 50-50 at the moment, whether or not I change that to slats. Might just come under the heading of a waste of money. Round the back then, you will see that my number plate is actually stuck on top of another one, and that's because it's registered on its original 70 plate under there. We just stuck it on for the video, and actually getting a smaller plate on there as well, courtesy of Bespoke Plates. Many thanks, guys. Other options include body coloured gloss diffuser there as well. Really, really cool. I've left the badge chrome on there, I quite like that. But the tips, when I originally got sent pictures of this car, were silver, which I didn't understand at all. So I got those done gloss black as well. And nicely you can see all this kind of tubing through here, all this kind of, well, obviously the exhaust and the heat shields and whatnot in the back there. And should I ever get an aftermarket exhaust, it'll be really cool to actually see it through there. Really, really cool. Obviously powered by 5.2 litre V10 engine, punting out just over 600 brake horsepower. That is up from the 570 odd brake horsepower punted out by the LP580, and it is obviously rear wheel drive. It doesn't have the clever rear wheel steering, I don't think, from the 4-wheel drive car. Honestly, going to be more than enough. Inside there is where it gets interesting. Door handles are the same, doesn't unlock, fantastic. In you go, same key, cheers guys. In we go then, and inside it is a much needed update, and one of the main draws to this car actually. So first things first, you'll see this lighting up over here. We've got this huge central screen that's got, you know, CarPlay, smartphone compatibility, and actually works as a proper car. It's akin to the technology you'd expect to find in, you know, a 200 grand car now. So really, really nice to have that. Brilliant stuff. And you've got this huge digital screen here as well with the old Huracan Evo and whatnot on there. That shares it with the 4-wheel drive platform. But most importantly, these new carbon bucket seats. Now, previously if you wanted carbon bucket seats, you had to choose between those or a working spine. But now, these are revitalized new carbon buckets. They are not fixed. There is actually adjustability here. You can move the kind of the angle of them, and you can move them front and back, which you actually could before anyway, but you can pump them up and down as well, which you couldn't do before. Nice and bolstery and kind of will hold you in place, but they've actually got some adjustability as well, so they're not fixed buckets, they're not awful, and there's actually a little bit of squidge in them as well. So really, really, really keen to see how these get on. I've heard good things about these seats, and they've obviously got the embroidered logos in the headrest there, crucial for selfies when you are off to go and film your food. So they've got red stitching there, and that is why I wanted the red detailing on the calipers there. I just wanted to draw something inside out to there to tie it all in. I don't want to go black as usual. And actually Lamborghini first and foremost said, you know, we're going to struggle. Usually we just have white writing on the calipers, which I really didn't want. I just didn't think white writing would work on this car. Coming back inside then, it's pretty much the usual kind of story. You've got silly motorbike indicators as you normally do on the Huracan, and these huge, huge paddles, which are very, very nice. They're massive, which is good news. Other options in here then, we've got Alcantara around the place, Alcantara headlining, and that's about it really. These seats though are sick. I'm really, really, really fond of these. And you can actually see carbon through those slats there. Really nice pieces of kit. I didn't want all the Evo and nonsense on the inside there. I didn't want like quilting and all that rubbish. Not the biggest fan of all that stuff. Again, don't actually like carbon, like center dash carbon, all that kind of poo inside here. So it's a relatively subdued affair. You've actually got some storage behind the seats there as well, which is really, really key. And one thing I hated about Aventadors as well, you don't get any door pocket storage, but this you do. It's good news. It is a good news story all round. Anyway, I'm getting water in the car already. Let's close that up. Let's close that. Other options then, it's got lift, doesn't have the big hi-fi. We can potentially tweak that down the line. I think that's pretty much all you need in this car. Watching Harry's garage video as well, he was saying you don't need to go big on spec on these. I think pretty much all you need to do is lift, because the front is actually pretty low. Ceramics, because they're only £2 grand. You may as well chuck them on, and you're probably not going to sell the thing without. And probably the glass engine bay there. And that is pretty much about it. Maybe the CarPlay thing, if that's an option, but I think that comes as part of a pack. But that's it really. Wheels wise, controversial I know, but I much prefer these to the perf wheels or the other options. I just don't like the other ones. I think these ones work best for my purposes anyway. Again, they're like the Murcielago wheels from back in the day. Really good news. Things I may do, I may tint that little reflector there. I may tint that little badge out. But other than that, I think I'm going to leave it. It's sitting slightly high at the moment because it's just been up, having the wheels off and the calipers done. So it will settle a little bit more for those saying it's looking like a 4x4. But all in all, very happy. So I think it's now time to jump back in the Range Rover and get on the move. I don't know why I'm out of breath. Months of inactivity are catching up with me. But look at it. Look at it sat there. It has got a slightly different front end to the four-wheel drive car. Those nerdy car people out there will be able to tell one of these at 50 paces, but to the general public, they're just going to think it's a Lamborghini and they're not going to know or care which one it is. Really excited about getting this one home. The plate actually fell off the plate actually fell off during PDI. And you know, it's just been impossible to stick it back on. I don't know what's happened, so I do apologise for that. You know, these things can and will happen. I will be getting PPF on it at some point, ASAP, with Suntech, and I may well do some chavvy window tinting as well, which is all very exciting. Anyway, for now though, and my Huracan Evo rear-wheel drive, thank you very much for watching. Do let me know in the comments what you think of the car, and do keep your eyes peeled for it in London or wherever it is when we're all allowed out properly. Hope you're all doing well, hope you're all staying safe, and hopefully you like my new piece of kit. It's important to be positive at this time of year. I know many people would have held off and not bothered doing this and not bothered making a video and probably cancelled even getting it, but I think it's important just to keep on business as usual, keep my chin up, keep my foot on the floor, and carry on doing what I love and kind of spreading the positivity about, because there's enough people spreading negativity about. I just want to put something positive out there, you know, and life will go on and we will all get through this. So on that slightly emotional message, thanks guys, stay safe, look after yourselves, I'll see you all very soon. Bye now.